Okay, so what the runs on the dyno are about is logging the fuel to air ratios. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So what we were talking about before, so you can see here, we've done a whole lot of runs.
Yep, so that was all the runs, revving it up and slowing it down. That gives you all the runs, and then you transfer them over to here to the fuel run ratio.
That's correct. So now what we're doing is basically, I've got a whole series of runs with air fuels. You probably can't see them that well at the moment because I've got
that's all
a
right.
whole lot of stuff up.
I'll try and open it a bit more, but yeah.
So you can see there's a whole series of power runs and showing the air fuel lines, different throttle positions.
Yep.
And basically now what I do is I've gone through this fuel map.
Yep.
And I've adjusted each one of these cells to try and trim all those runs through. Basically, obviously I do one at a time, and you can see that I've got them stacked on top of each other.
Yep.
So as I'm changing them, you can see there we've done a total of 24 runs.
Yep.
We did the initial 3 base runs, power tests, so we could see where we started with, and then we've done a run at each one of those throttle positions. So now I'm just basically going through and just finishing off this fuel map. So I'll be a little bit yet.
That's all right, I'll just show a couple and then I'll turn it off for the next
Yeah,
two.
so and we're basically going to run through and change those accordingly.
It's very detailed, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot involved in it. You'll actually click on each one independently and manually go through it.
So you can see where the money is, and it's pretty good value really for what you do.
Oh, definitely. And that's the thing. It is so time consuming. Like, we just have a base rate that we charge for any custom mapping, because sometimes I can do them quick, sometimes it takes me all day.
Yep.
You can see here, so we're looking at an air fuel line with a loaded air fuel line at 100% throttle. So you can see the air fuel there. We're looking through that line. We're quite a bit over, so we're a bit lean right through that to that reference line. So now we're going to add a percentage of fuel right through from 7,500 revs to about 10,500 revs,
yep,
and bring that whole line down and smooth that out, which will reflect in the horsepower straight away.
Very good. All right, I'll leave you to it again.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you. Alright, so look at that gain there.
So you can see what we've done there. We've by smoothing those air fuel lines out, and that line there jump is more because we've fixed some of the fly-by-wire settings, so we've made the throttle a little bit more linear, so it opens a little bit sharper and earlier.
Yep.
And you can see there at 6,000 RPM where you want it, it's
Yep.
actually picked up. It's gone from 71 to 82 horsepower.
Yep.
And 62 foot-pound of torque to almost 72. So it's a huge gain. Just cleaned that line up there a little bit and just made it a lot snappier.
Yep.
It's now peaking out there at 159 horsepower from 153. So and that's just tuning,
That's
fueling.
just tuning, because that
Yep.
pipe does absolutely nothing
Yep,
on its own.
Just fuel and ignition. All it is just playing with that and just mapping that up properly, and that's a game. We're looking at one throttle position there, like we said earlier. That's just full throttle.
Yep.
So obviously we've done that with every throttle position that we were showing you before that we can adjust.
Done.
So she should be a rocket ship, Warren.
Should be good. And what did I see in the speedo there? 200 and...
Air 260. Yep, top one out, top gear.
That's scary, isn't it?
It's pretty accurate too. The dynos seem to show fairly similar.
Alright, very good.
Good,
Thank
man.
you. Let's